How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Tap the banner or visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi. Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
I don't follow March Sadness.
It's just the end of the year college basketball tournament. They get 64 teams. They all break it down. This was the Sweet 16 last night. Tonight and tomorrow will be the Elite Eight, and then it goes to the Final Four and the championship. It's a lot of fun. Should hop on the Sadness wave next year, Bo.
No, thank you. I have things to do that are really important. My sock drawer needs reorganizing badly.
And that's more entertaining than college basketball?
Absolutely.
Like I said for Rihanna, to each his own, Bo, to each his own.
To each his Thank you. Adam has been waiting. Thank you, Adam, for your patience. Adam, do you watch March Sadness or do you do other things?
I like it when it gets down to the nitty gritty. You know, I like it. I enjoy it.
Okay. I guess I'm the only one. I'm the only one that doesn't watch March Sadness. Everybody gets all thing about it, and I oh well. What about the TSA stuff? Are you happy with the Democrat Party on this? They shut down TSA because they want to protect illegal immigrants being in the United States. They want to defund ICE. They don't say a word about all these American citizens like that poor girl at Loyola who was killed by this immigrant. You had this 83-year-old veteran killed by thrown on the subway tracks of New York by a Honduran illegal alien who was deported 4 times. Mondami doesn't say a word about it, instead goes out and says he wants to abolish ICE. Are you happy with what the Democrat Party is doing right now? Trying to keep the government shut down, forcing these poor TSA workers to scramble while they pay themselves, while they still fly around, forcing inconvenience on thousands upon thousands of people, making them miss their flights, miss events, miss vacations, miss business. Are you happy with the Democrats, Adam?
Well, you hit a whole bunch of subjects at one time, but let me break it down with the TSA. I work at JFK. You know that already, okay? Them TSA agents, you know, sometimes it'd be a shutdown and we got to drive them around. They got some bad attitudes. They think they're top of the tier people, man. You got to see how they talk greasy to people. So I ain't really too kind of mad about that. You know, they kind of get what they deserve, you know. They really do, sir. So they'll get their money. They ain't going to get ripped off. You just got to wait on it. That's all.
You think they deserve to be going through these hard times?
Much hard times they give people at that TSA counter. They might do, sir.
But why do they give people hard times? I don't know. Are you saying they pick on people? They're intentionally rude to people. They're horrible. I used to go through TSA a lot. I had lovely TSA people. Every time I went, in fact, I used to travel so much at one point, I got to know some of the TSP, you know, by sight and whatever. They say, oh, hi, blah, 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 blah. Nice people. I never encountered them being ugly and rude. What are you saying here?
Well, you had a different experience than I did, you know. That's all. But, you know, they're going to get their money, Bo. They're going to get their money. They just got to wait on it.
But that's not stopping the bills. Some of them can't eat. They're selling plasma to feed their children. They're going to food pantries to try to get food to feed their children. This is not right. While the senators that are causing this and the congressmen are still getting paid, these multimillionaires get paid, and they tell these TSA workers and the Coast Guard and other people, we're not paying you.
I understand what you're saying. But immigration and all that, you're mixing immigration and all that with TSA. I don't get that.
Because they're doing it because all of this whole shutdown is over illegal immigration.
Well, I told you before that the Democrats, you lost with that immigration garbage. And you're going to lose again if you keep worrying about those illegal immigrants. Like, why you keep worrying about them? I don't get it.
Why am I worried about them?
No, why are the Democrats worried about them? You lost
because they get their political power by them being here. I explained that, Adam. I'll go through it again real quickly. We have a number of seats. The number of seats that are apportioned congressionally come from the population. Not the population of American citizens, the populations in your state. So what Democrats did and are doing are packing illegal immigrations in states like California, New York, and every major city inside blue states and even in red states so that they could squeeze more congressional seats. This is the way that they maintain their House seats. If we had 30 million illegal immigrants decide to up and go home tomorrow, well, number one, yes, it would be a jolt on the economy. But number two, a few things would happen. A lot of things would happen. We would have a much smaller budget because we wouldn't need it for like public schools. Already it's happening in places like LA. You see class sizes shrinking. It's happening in New York. As ICE deports more people, class size shrinks. That means less federal money comes in. That means Democrats don't have the money to keep funding their unions, who in turn give them money. But the most important thing is that Democrats would lose their House seats. If they lose their House seats, they also lose electoral votes, which means their chances of winning the presidency would decrease. So the Democrats' road to political power lies with illegal immigrants. The more illegal immigrants are in America, the more power comes to Democrats. If you can start impacting the number of illegal immigrants that are here and they go home, Democrats have less power. They have less power. They also have less of a chance of winning the presidency. And they have less money to control and spend in all the kind of fraudulent behavior that we are seeing they spend it on, like in Minnesota and like in California. Their political power is tied directly to illegal immigration, and that is why they shut down the government, because they want to shut down ICE. They have made ICE, they call them the Gestapo, they call them every other horrible name. They want ICE to stop deporting their people. That's what all of this is about. Am I clear, or does that make sense to you, Adam?
It makes sense. Just like the Republicans are capitalizing all the prisoners that are in those prisons that are in northern districts in New York State and all those Republican areas, and they're getting counted in census, and they're being used the same way. So they both do greasy stuff, sir. I mean, So
I'm not saying. Look. Let me explain something here. Let me explain something to you. I'm not a spokesman for the Republican Party. Okay? I'm a conservative. I'm not a spokesperson for a lot of what happens in the Republican Party, just like this crazy bill that they sent over to the House. Okay? But that problem that you mentioned, I haven't looked into it, but that pales in comparison to illegal immigration. You have illegal immigrants killing off Americans by the score, and not one word from Democrats on these college students that are killed, on these college students that are raped and killed, on the child trafficking, on anything else, on the disease that has come. We had handles on this killer, alleged killer of the Loyola student couldn't even be brought to trial because he had tuberculosis. You look at when we had all these influxes of viruses and stuff coming in, and from the southern border, people never talk about even the health aspect on illegal immigration and what it has done to this country. So, I mean, for Democrats to shut down Homeland Security, keep it shut down to protect illegal immigrants is immoral. It is totally immoral. It's evil. It's wrong. And it is at the root of their power.
Child trafficking, sir. That you don't want to start talking about that without bringing up your guy Epstein. Okay, that's not good.
I don't care if you bring up Epstein. Bring up Epstein. Because there is nothing ever, there's nothing, I mean, these charges that Trump did something with some girl, all that stuff has been refuted. This is all political smoke screen. The girl didn't even know Epstein. Hold on. That girl that they keep talking about did not even know Epstein during the time when Trump knew Epstein. It's the whole thing is a flagrant lie. And I am Epsteined out. Anybody, and there are powerful people who have gotten away with it, some haven't. But this whole trying to link Trump to Epstein stuff, to me, dead issue. You want to talk about Epstein? Let's talk about every other sexual predator. You started with Bill Cosby out here. Predator. I mean, Epstein, okay, predator. I'm not going to support Epstein. I'm not support any of that stuff or people that supported that, but nothing takes away from the fact of what Democrats are trying to do to destroy this nation. And they are trying every day to destroy the country that you and I live in. And to me, it is inexcusable what these people are doing. And if the Democrats cared so much about Epstein, how come they didn't care about it when Biden or Obama was in office? Why only now?
You're right about that.
Okay. Adam, love you. I gotta go to a break, Adam. I love you. Okay. Thank you for calling, Adam. As always.
The James Golden Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.